What's up, everybody? Welcome to MyDunnLife. This is where I take you on my adventures on 2 wheels or 4. This was supposed to be an adventure. You see the bike was all packed up, ready to go. I was supposed to head down to Tazewell, Virginia to meet up with Mr. and Mrs. McStash and a few others. Tommy G and Purple on 3, and it's like, I was really excited to go. And fortunately, I started to take off, went to use the right turn signal, and was like, it kind of like flickered, but didn't do, like it didn't, you know, flash. And I thought, well, maybe it's just my dash, and I kind of looked up, and I didn't really see that it was flashing, and so I brought it right back to the house, started looking at it, and I was like, you know, trying the hazards, and left side's working, right side's not. Even switched out the LEDs for just regular bulbs to see if that would make a difference, and unfortunately not. And I'll try to show you the culprit. I don't know how well you can see that. Hopefully it comes out on camera. So apparently in my ride last weekend with Mr. and Mrs. McStash doing the triple nickel, apparently with being the wife on it, these air shocks, it rubbed and damaged the wiring. So I'm gonna try to work on it tonight, see if I can fix it. I don't know if I've got all the stuff I would need, so I may have to do a run to the parts store, but at this point I think it's a bust. Today, not much of an adventure, just out here on my back porch, and as you can see, it's raining and it's wet. So eventually, I literally had this thing made by the Amish, and I need to throw some Thompson's water seal, which I actually have. But I'll get to it eventually. I got my own TV on my back porch, a sound bar. It's great for parties. So without there, we actually had time to clean it up and actually use it. I haven't even mowed my grass. It's a disaster. Actually, this is my son's job to mow the grass, and he's being lazy. Probably already noticed this. So this is the head pipe off the Dead Man Dyna. Put some fresh coat primer on it. We're gonna hit it up with some. We did VHT flame-proof primer. We're gonna hit it with some flat black ceramic paint. Now, plan is, these are just gonna get just the primer and the black paint. The mufflers are gonna get the satin clear on top. If I can get time to do it, hopefully. So I hit these with a little bit of sandpaper and sprayed them before it started to rain. Now I'd go in the shop and show you, but unfortunately it's kind of wet and I don't want to walk over there. So I did manage to get the rear fender and taillights rewired. It's probably had about 5 hours in doing that. I suck at wiring, I suck at soldering. Just good enough to do it, but not do it well or quickly. So it is what it is. Yeah, whatever. So the whole thing with the exhaust. So part of the reason why the exhaust came off, besides the fact that I wanted to make sure it had good gaskets on it, but I was taking it off because I knew I had to take the mufflers off. So if you've seen any pictures of the Dyna and the exhaust, and I'll post a picture here in front of my face, you'll notice the brackets, the bracket that ties the two mufflers together hangs straight down below, and you'll notice the way the pipes are tipped, or the tips, or yeah, the tips are tips are, man, that's a bad joke. So the way that it's tilted, and based on the bracket, it's supposed to be, they're supposed to be straight this way, And so part of the reason I took it a whole apart was so I could actually put it the right way so it doesn't drag when I try to lean right. But it's kind of that whole, while I'm in here, I might as well. So I went over to the Harley dealer, ordered up some gaskets, they had them in stock. I have some of this, I had some of this paint, but I picked up obviously some more so we could get this stuff painted proper. And then most of this is going to get header wrapped, at least this portion of it, and then obviously the mufflers won't be wrapped. So kind of a update. I'm really wanting to get this bike ready to go for the 5 Dirty Bikers meetup coming up, which would be, you'll see this video on Monday, but technically it started the weekend before. So so coming up is, you know, the 5 Dirty Bikers meetup. I'm super want to go to that event, and I'm going to try really hard get this bike back together so I can actually ride it there. I know I'm kind of adding a bunch of work, but it's kind of that, you know, I'm literally got my hands on it. I need to fix it, so I might as well do this. If it comes worse comes worse and I don't get the rest of this painted up and all that stuff, I guess it is what it is. I'll put it back together. I do have Thursday, the day before the event, off, so it's going to be a Thursday thrash. I'll probably add to the video or add another video. So I just wanted to right now just do a quick update, show you what I'm working on. Probably tomorrow I'll pull the mufflers out and get those sanded, primed, and painted. And well, hopefully everybody's enjoying their time. Hopefully if you're living down in the south, especially, I know Louisiana got hit real hard with storms, so hopefully everybody stays safe. Ride off, you know, ride as often as you can, keep the rubber side down, and I'll catch you in the next video. Later. Take 2. All right, it's Friday morning. This is like day 3 of trying to put this bike back together. It's fought me every step of the way. I'll talk a little bit about some of the stuff. You can see finally got the bags on, I got the exhaust on. So this part here was really struggling getting the flange to meet up, and then had some problems with getting the brackets twisted. I had laid this in the grass, the anticipation of getting it, you know, getting this put on, and apparently this paint was still soft, so now it's got marks all through it. This was real nice and pretty. Now it's not. These bags and these fender washers, so there's a plate in here with some fender nuts, and they weren't lining up, and they didn't, like, me and Nash probably spent 3-4 hours last night just doing that, plus probably a couple hours we spent fixing that. So in my attempt to get this windshield on with the proper brackets, I broke the little side fairing. I'm kind of disappointed. I don't really want to spend another 25 bucks, but we'll see how it rides without the without those. So I had spent some money on an extension block. This is an actual Memphis shade extension block. Well, needless to say, it does not work with this fairing. I even had to cut this out to actually make it fit. I think I'm going to end up cutting it back all the way to here eventually, just to open this space up to make this easier for the headlight to come on. Otherwise, this Batwing fairing, it's kind of a pain to take off. But I have a feeling this is like one of the early ones, because I think all the other ones come in a shiny black, not this satin black. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But I just about ready to fire it up and make sure it actually runs. Let's right turn signal, left turn signal, brake.
warm up.